Hello and welcome back to the Wellesley Sports Report. I'm your host, Kelly Emerson. It's been a busy past couple of weeks as Wellesley's fall teams prepared for postseason play, but we still have a couple of regular season games to catch you up on. To see how the girls and boys soccer teams did in their final home games, we check in with reporter Natalie Hart.
Here at Sprague Field, we check in with the girls soccer team first, needing to win their last 5 games of the season to make tournament. Wellesley's 3-game winning streak would come at the best possible time. Now, even more focused on reaching that goal, the Raiders' offense would get right to work versus the Milton Wildcats last Thursday. After a throw-in by Kylie Wells, Sabina Hartnett finds a way around Milton's Courtney Ware and kicks it towards the net, finding Kaylee Harris for the easy putback. Later, Raiders on the offensive attack once again as Izzy Hartnett on a breakaway kicks it high past goalie Margaret Corcoran and into the back of the net for a quick 2-0 Raider lead. But the Wildcats would quickly answer back when seconds later, a free kick by Carolina O'Neill settles in front of the Milton's box and gets kicked around until Sophie Cosano kicks it through, and it's now 2-1 Wellesley. The Raiders, though, continue to be aggressive. Watch here as Kaylee Harris feeds a perfect cross to Emma Ivy, and Ivy's header gives Wellesley back a 2-point lead. Milton would not go down easily just yet, as early in the second half, Claire Mahoney's shot gets denied by goalie Lexi Jones, but the rebound kicks right out to Sophie Cosano, and once again she banks it in for her second goal of the game. Now clinging on to a 3-2 lead, the Raiders get a great opportunity here on a corner kick attempt by Sabina Hartnett. As a senior captain, Hartnett has been so reliable in this role, and once again she does not disappoint, as her shot goes right to Cecily Doctor. Doctor's goal would seal the victory for Wellesley, the final 4-2. On Monday, the Raiders' season would sadly come to an end in a heartbreaking 3-1 loss to first-place Natick. For the boys' soccer team, their 2013 season has been a completely different story. In first place atop the Harrogate division, the Raiders were looking to end their successful regular season with a win against their rivals and number 2 in the Harrogate, the Natick Redhawks. But in the first half, it was all Natick. After a high kick penalty goes against Wellesley, a free kick here by Oliver Wynn goes right past goalie Brian Boone, and the Redhawks jump out to a 1-0 lead. Keeping the offensive tempo going, the Redhawks would strike again in the first with a goal by forward John McCabe, and we go into the second half 2-0 Natick. In the second, a different story here as Wellesley comes out with more energy and more focus and earn themselves a great chance here on a penalty kick. Adam Chernow would get the call and tricks goalie David Kavanaugh for the score and cuts the Redhawks lead to 1. Later on, another tripping call goes against Natick, and Joseph Mears' free kick is placed perfectly in front of the net, but nobody can get a sure foot on it. Leonard Kiefers tried to flex off 3 Natick defenders until finally Aiden Court's shot rockets through the back of the net, and suddenly we're all tied up at 2. That would be the final in this intense matchup, and as the number 3 seed, the Raiders will get home field advantage as they prepare to face Braintree in the first round of the MIAA tournament. For Wellesley Sports Report, I'm Natalie Hart.
Before opening up postseason play, the football team needed to win to get in as they took on the Milton Wildcats at Honeywell Field. John Fadul getting things started early. He's able to help drive the Raiders downfield as he takes the quarterback sneak in from 1 yard out to get Wellesley up 6-0. Next Raider possession, Fadul, doing it through the air this time, hooks up with running back TJ Noonan, who goes from the Raider 39 and deep into Milton territory. The play would set up another Fadul sneak into the end zone to get the Raiders up 14. Flash ahead to second quarter, Wellesley keeping the foot on the gas as Fadul finds John Wilson from 28 yards out for the score. That would put the Raiders up 21-0 as they go on to win this one 36-14. As we mentioned earlier, the win got Wellesley into the playoffs. However, they unfortunately lost to the number 1 seeded Mansfield Hornets 31-14. Now for our postseason report on the field hockey and boys soccer teams, here once again is Natalie Hart.
We check in with the field hockey team first, who fought hard to reach the MIAA tournament, but would have to win on the road in a Division I South preliminary round matchup against the Dartmouth Indians on Wednesday. For the Raiders, Captain Maggie McKenna starts things off in the first with a shot that lands just wide of the net, but the ball's still loose. Indians goalie Logan Larrabee gets caught too far outside of the net, and Mimi Connor slaps it in, and just like that, the Raiders go up 1-0. The Indians, desperate for any chance they can get offensively, continue to be denied by a wall of Raider defenders. Wellesley would march right down the field, setting up Mimi Connors once again for her second goal of the game. That would be all the scoring Wellesley would need in this one, as the Dartmouth Indians get shut out by the Raiders 2-0. With the victory, Wellesley advances to the first round to face unbeaten Dennis Yarmouth. Moving on to Thursday, it was an intense first-round matchup as the Raiders, coming in as the 19th-seeded underdogs, looked to upset the number 3 and unbeaten Dennis Yarmouth Dolphins on their home field. In the first half, the Raiders, not given any scoring chances by the Dolphins' defense so far, would make this corner penalty shot count the most, as Captain Sarah Goss, with a nice pass, sets up Madison Guiffre, and her slap shot gets past everyone, and Wellesley leads 1-0. Fast forward to the second half, Dolphins, with countless scoring opportunities, keep getting denied by the Raiders' efficient defense and outstanding goaltending by junior Diana Castakaris. For the Raiders, they would continue to cling on to a 1-0 lead, hoping for time to run out for the Dolphins. But with only 55 seconds left in regulation, Dennis Yarmouth calls a timeout and sets up a play for Tori O'Day. O'Day's shot would deflect off Michaela Donahue's stick, and somehow it's a tied ball game. To overtime we go. Dolphins continue to create scoring chances, but again get no results. Watch on this play, Dolphins with possession again, as goalie Katis Karras comes far outside the net to defend the shot. With the net wide open, Rachel Bunce misses literally by inches. But none of those missed opportunities would be more heartbreaking than with just under a minute left in overtime, what looked like a game-winning goal for the Raiders would be waved off as a no-goal. Still tied up after 2 overtimes and a shootout, it would be in the second shootout Lindsay Ransom's shot would break the tie, and goalie Max Allen's save would make it official, as the unbeaten Dolphins barely escaped with a 2-1 victory. Wellesley battled as a team through 4 overtimes, but would come up just short in the loss, and Raiders' hard-fought season would sadly come to an end. On to boys soccer we go. It was the first round of the Division I South MIAA tournament at Sprague Field, with the Raiders ready to take on the number 14 Braintree Womps. With the Raiders taking a 1-0 lead into halftime, Wellesley would come out even more aggressively in the second. Watch on a fast break here as Aiden Court feeds the ball perfectly to Otis Kaverga, who scores easily, much to the displeasure of the Womps. Now down 2-0, things getting desperate for Braintree, but they get a great chance here. On a throw-in by Daniel Kelly, the ball gets deflected and is loose in front of the net. Joe Harrington is there for the try, but the kick goes too high and hits the post. The Raiders would find an offensive spark in Otis Kaverga, once again, as on a fast break, Kaverga forces Womps goalie Tim Miller to commit too far outside of the net, and with his second goal puts the Raiders up 3-0. Any chance of the Womps making a sudden comeback is quickly averted as Kaverga just misses a hat trick, but Adam Chernow is right there for the putback. Wellesley 4, Braintree 0. That would be the final here at Sprague, as the Raiders advance to the quarterfinals behind Otis Kaverga's stellar performance, coming back from an injury just in time to help lead Wellesley to a victory. Fast forward to the quarterfinals on Tuesday, where the Raiders would play host to the number 6 BC High Eagles. After a scoreless first half, the Eagles would strike first as Jordan Samuel lays out a perfect pass to Pat Juffrey. Juffrey slips and falls mid-kick, but somehow fields it cleanly and gets it past the reach of Wellesley's goalie, Jeff Gilbert, for the score. The Raiders quickly respond, though, as just a few minutes later on a breakaway, speedy Otis Kaverga gets past BC High's defenders and kicks a laser shot into the back of the net, and just like that, it's all tied up at 1. But any sigh of relief by Wellesley would be short-lived, as just a minute later, Emmett O'Callahan with the dagger here puts the Eagles up 2-1. The Raiders, desperately looking for an answer, get a great opportunity here as Andrew Denieri's free kick gets kicked back out by Eagles defense and right back to Tyler Kuchenbecker. But his shot just misses by inches. The Raiders would run out of time in this one as BC High comes in and gets the upset win with the final score 2-1. Wellesley's outstanding season at 12-2-4 comes to an end as BC High earns a spot in the semifinals to face the winner of Needham Brockton. For the Wellesley Sports Report, I'm Natalie Hart.
Well, we thank you for tuning in all season long. Just a program note that with all the teams eliminated from the state tournament, we'll be taking a brief hiatus. We'll see you again after the holiday to see how Wellesley fared on Thanksgiving in their rivalry game with the Needham Rockets. Until then, I'm Kelly Emerson.